Hello guys, my name is Chandra and my YouTube channel name is Chandra Renee. That is my middle name and it's kind of unique because it's not spelled like your average Renee. It's Renay instead of Renee or Renae. So, um, welcome. Just kind of want to do my first video and let you guys know why I chose to start doing YouTube. And that is because I currently got accepted into the Kaplan nursing program. So I was like super excited. It started back in May, and at that time, that's when I took the entrance exam and I passed that on the first try. There was some areas, well, one area in particular that I was kind of informed I could take again just to bring my score up as it was a little low. And it's August right now, and I can't quite recall what area that was, but I kind of looked at it like I'm a test taker who is one that gets anxiety, and I didn't want to put myself through that again. So I opt out of doing that for a second time. I kind of just took, I passed. So I basically moved forward. Prior to this, though, because I know it can be a commitment, I did talk to my work. Um, Currently, right now, I am a certified medical assistant. I work for a family practice office and am also the clinical team lead. So, my title is Clinical Team Lead CMA. So with that, I kind of overshadow the clinical staff, and I'm the like go-to person for the staff. So if they have any questions, concerns, I help out. I work hand in hand with my clinical director, and I'll help her with scheduling or any issues like that. I also participate in the interviews when we are looking for someone to hire in different positions. So I help with that. So I also still work with providers at our family practice office. Currently, we just got another doctor, but we usually just have physician assistants or ARNP, and that's who we usually work under. So that is my job right now. And I've kind of just been in the healthcare field for some time. And just each time that, or I should say, each job title that I get, or each, time passing with the years, I just feel like I've just become comfortable with what I'm doing and want to take on the title as a registered nurse. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have said no because I didn't want anybody's life in my hands. And I just kind of looked at that as like, no, I can't do it. I've also, I just had been told in the past, like, you would be a good nurse, you should just go back to school. But again, that was kind of my reasoning. I feel looking back at it now, I just wasn't confident in my skills for one. And I didn't necessarily believe in myself that I was capable to do that at the time. So now, with my experience in working with people, like I said, each time I just kind of feel like, I know it kind of sounds like I'm rambling, guys, but again, this was my first video and, my first time. So I am a little nervous, but I am ready for the task. I'm ready to sign up and, get started. So, anyhow, back to the entrance exam. Past that, then met with the advisor to see what the next step were. I had to do a background check. Once that went through, I had to have an interview with the director of nursing, and that went through. And with that interview, I was nervous because, there's only a selected few that get accepted through the program. This particular class, there's 28 individuals. So they have people that they accept through the class, and then they have people that if you weren't chosen to like start, you're chosen to be an alternate for the program. So say if someone starts and then they drop out, or it wasn't for them and they decide they don't want to do it anymore, then you have the alternate who would be able to, take that spot. So when I went, like I said, they know that I'm in the healthcare field already. I just was going to wear my, uniform and go there straight from work when I got off. But I kind of just talked to my boss, and she really has been supportive and encouraging for me to go back to school. She is one, like a true believer that you should continue your education. So she's like, well, you helped me with interviews, so you know what we have been through. So it's basically like you have to go in there and, show them that you're willing and ready for this, position so that you can get accepted. So I actually took her advice and then came home, got off a little bit early, came home and changed clothing. So I just wore a dress, nothing too fancy, kind of casual, and some flats, and did my interview. When I got done with my interview, I was like, I kept saying, was there anything else I would have changed? Could I have done something different? And I actually, in the interview, kind of stumbled on a question, and I was like beating myself up about it. But then I was like, well, no, don't beat up yourself too bad, because if you have the answers for everything, they're going to be like, okay, this kind of seemed too scripted. But once I stumbled, it showed that, I had to think about that answer, and make sure that, my response was, you know, good enough for the question, more or less. So, me having to stumble a little bit and think about it, I felt was positive. So, when I got done and when it was all said and done, after I critiqued my interview, I pretty much was happy with my results and told myself I wouldn't change anything. So, after I did the interview, it was like a month. Um, I can't. Oh, so my interview was on July 12th, or excuse me, July 13th, and they did not make the selections until the selection day was August 8th. So they told me, okay, well, after the interview, pretty much this is the selecting date, and you would hear from your advisor either way if you got accepted or if you didn't get accepted. And they would contact you by phone and email. I was under the impression that it was going to be both. So they said they would start doing the process at 10, and then we would hear from them that afternoon. So, like, people at my job knew that I was waiting for this and everything. And, they kept saying, well, have you heard anything? Have they called? Have you got an email, etc. And so I kind of was calm, but then with getting everybody asking, I was like wondering, and I'm like on my phone, like, did I get it? Do I have an email? I haven't heard anything. They should have told me by now, etc. So, I ended up not getting a call. I actually got an email. So when I opened it up, all I seen was congratulations. And it's like, okay, it's real, but it's not real. So I didn't want to get my hopes up too high. But in the header of the subject line, basically of the email, it said congratulations. So when I clicked on it, then there was a detailed email letting me know I got accepted and I'm ready to start. So like I said, it's August. Today is actually August 14th, and school starts on August 23rd. I am taking a blended program, which is some of my classes will be online and some of my classes will be like I would have to go to campus to do like my clinical. Well, I shouldn't say clinical because clinical is at a site or facility of some sort, but my lab and some of the classes you have to go in and get so much time on campus. So, again, starting date is August 23rd. It is around the corner, and you guys just don't understand. I am so excited. So, The purpose of my channel is to bring you along on my journey. So I am ready, and I hope you guys are ready to follow me. So subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys soon.